Okay, so this is a viewer deck submission that's got kind of a neat idea going on. So it's looking to leverage Timeless Lotus as an accelerant here. And the obvious answer is like, what are you doing with all the mana? So a couple of things. The first is it can ramp us up into kicking Temporal Firestorm while protecting some of our things. And it can ramp us up into Light Up the Night and Shivan Devastator. And something that's really cute with Timeless Lotus is it enters tapped, but with Teferi, who slows the sunset on turn 4, you can actually undiddle this right away and like play this and then also play another 5 on turn 5, which is kind of sweet. We've also got like a couple of Archangel of Wrath, which the black mana from this can help cast, which is cute, etc. So let's pop on into some games with this. I think the big question in my mind is like, can what this deck is doing keep up with all the black mid-range decks that are super disruptive? Like, are we just going to die to a Liliana the Veil? Let's dive on into some games and find out here, huh? By the way, today's stream and the stream all month is sponsored by Green Chef promo here. So Green Chef, if you're not familiar, we're going to be unboxing another one of their meal boxes on stream later today. It's their second on-stream direct plug. They send you meals directly to your door. All the ingredients measured out, easy and ready to prepare. If you use code POGJEFF135 and head over to my link there, you can save $135 on your first 5 boxes with them. As an extra promo / thank you on top of that, if you check out Green Chef using my code / link and add one to the ticker down below with that, you'd also get a magic deck submission to the stream as a thanks for that. If you're someone in the US that was thinking about submitting a deck to be played on stream at some point in the not too distant future, it's a good way to get yourself some sweet meals in addition to getting a deck submission through. Yeah, Devastator is basically a fireball creature, which is gas with the Lotus. It's an interesting card. Seems fine. It's got like 2 mana removal. It's got Planeswalker into Lotus. There's no Jeskai Tram in this format. So we're playing like a couple of Esper and a couple of Grixis to split the difference. Make Bolas great again. Thank you for the 40-month resub there. Appreciate it. Welcome back. Well, if they play a Liliana, Fires of Victory can KO her, which is nice. Well, we have Cletus for kicker on this too, chat. And we have Teferi.
Just as delightful as speeding things
Or
up.
Timeless Lotus, I mean, Teferi with Lotus. A downtick Teferi here, grab a land. I don't just want to uptick him because I don't have damage on board to kill him, and I don't want them to like play a, you know, piece of spot removal that us have not drawn a card with it.
Really should have seen that coming.
Surge would have, it's sad to lose the Teferi there, but Surge would have gotten him either way, right? gonna drop my Lotus. See what happens. Yeah, Magic Arena consistently has really, really good sound design. It's just really sparse in some areas. I wish there was more of it. Whenever they do have sound design, it's really good. Hey, look, Chad, it's exactly what I wanted for Christmas. Bottoming this one. Let's get rid of our friends. And we'll play Jaya out and +1 her.
I remember my first fight. Good thing it wasn't against me.
They have fixed the sound bug for her. Yeah, like 2 patches ago finally.
Impress me.
It was around for like 6 weeks, so they finally got around to it. Play a land? No, if they play Liliana and Cluster, I want the land in my hand to discard rather than the Cletus.
Embrace the heat of the moment. Frankly, destruction is best left to the professionals. I improvise better than most people plan.
So 1 + 7, X is 7? Oof. Oof. Our 7/7 did deal 3 damage.
You're lucky I'm nice enough to just leave.
Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How much mana do I want left after I cast this? 4? I think it's 4. No, I want 5 left over. So on 5 left over, 13 minus 5 is 8, so we'll do X is 6. We're just chilling, right? Once Cletus, so we have extra mana next turn. And then we could Fires of Victory something. Do I want to Fires of Victory the Reflection? Yeah, probably. So far, we're keeping up with the black mid-range deck shit. Oh no! Not more grindy card advantage. How will we ever best more grindy card advantage? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14, 15. So X is 8 this time. Pretty unlucky. Gotta discard to hand size. Yeah, we'll just kill them with this next turn is the plan. Listen, chat, it's called Jeskai Blaze It for a reason, okay? The night will be lit, indeed. Allow me to sing you the song of my people. It is a glorious ballad. Light 'em up, they're on fire. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Do, 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 do. Shivan Devastator's probably not great here. I have to imagine they keep in their removal spells after seeing that, right? Sunstreak Phoenix is interesting, but they've got to have Emperors in there, 75, right? Arch seems potentially fine. Yeah, probably Trespassers too. Yeah, I'll put it in March. We've got 5 Sweepers. You want Emperor for the up dogs? I don't know. Maybe. I think I'd rather have Marches for the up dogs, right? If I'm worried about those. Which we might be. That was only match 1, game 1, chat. Don't spend your wild cards yet. Oh, I thought this was a white land. That's awkward. So I didn't think it was possible, chat. But I think MOBA gamers actually get more offended than TCG players when you call their main character bad. It's big pet deck energy when you're like, this character's actually not very good. I don't understand the human psychology of like the refusal to be able to be like, yeah, I enjoy this thing, but it's not very good generically. And honestly, it's weird, right? Like, it's almost like if you're good, I always took it as a compliment or a show of my strength as a player when like someone's like, oh, you're winning with a bad deck. It's like, yeah, I'm so good at this game. I'm so good at this game that I can play this deck that's trash and still do better than you with your tier 1 deck. What's going on, Vano? Thank you for hanging out for 2 years. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I plan to be here for another 6 months. Yeah, that's definitely true. Things people invest their time in become sacred cows. I enjoy this thing, but I recognize it isn't optimal as my entire ethos for deck building games. Yep. Oh, and Steve, you'll appreciate the specific situation that prompted this. I have someone in my YouTube comments assuring me that Buzzwole isn't bad. They're confident Buzzwole is actually good. And for reference, for people that are stats junkies, Buzzwole has the worst win rate of any character in Pokemon Unite right now by like 3 percentage points. It's really bad. We're gonna X's 3 here, and then we'll be able to Firestorm or Depopulate to clean up next turn. We're gonna take a little bit of a hit if they bring back Blitzin, but nothing. Nothing seems good for us. Huh. We have the Grixis land. Do we just double kicker this to kill Reflection and chill on the sweepers for now? I think so, right? Wow, the double kicker interface is something. Alright, I'm just gonna give a good general comment about chatting in my chat. And that is, if your statement begins with, to play devil's advocate, your statement is awful. The devil has enough advocates, and if you like, starting with to play devil's advocate is basically you saying, I know what I'm about to say is stupid, but I'm gonna say it anyways because I can't resist smashing my face into my keyboard.
Remember your training.
This is a big swing. We do have Temporal Firestorm to clean out a lot of this, but the up dog is giving us fits here for sure. I like the way the keys feel into my eyes. Listen, I'm not here to yuck your yum, okay?
Still have much to learn.
All right, Blitzin puts us to 1. Braveheart. Yeah, I need an instant speed way to interface with this up dog. Or our Kicker Angel. Kicker Angel would be nice. I think we're dead shit. Yeah, I don't think we have anything we can draw that deals with both of these. Maybe we do need Emperor to beat Blitzen. Let's trade the Jayas out for that. Maybe we want some more marches of the 75 or a way to interface with their graveyard. There's a lot of up dogs in the format. It definitely felt tough. And to be more specific to the person who I removed for 10 minutes for the devil's advocate argument, the person that's arguing their character isn't actually bad isn't playing coordinated 5 stacks with niche uses. They're solo queuing with it. And to their credit, they have good stats with it. Because like I said, it's very possible to like take something that's inoptimal or bad and like play well and do well with it. That doesn't make it good. Things that are good are things that like lots of people are going to find success with and be able to do well. My deck's not bad, it's just hard to play. That's just another way to say my deck is bad, but if you play well, you can make up for it. Is it double bottom angle? I don't really know what I'm looking for here, right? I guess we're looking for like a Cletus. I like what to do with my mana next turn. Okay, sure. Never forget, chat, this Twitch stream is pre-recorded in front of a live audience. Shout out to everybody that's here watching it when we record it live. I think we just depopulate to deny them another wedding card draw. It could be right to get the Lotus down, but I'm also like not really ramping into doing anything with the Lotus. Like we just like do this and chill, and it sets up Archangel of Wrath for next turn nicely. Kiki card's so messed up today. I like look at Kiki, what Kiki card is today, and it's just like this amalgamation of all new cards.
This is my city, and I'm going to protect it.
Definitely feel like a big angry boomer when I look at what Kiki card has become today. We just clear out our friends, right? Just like so long. Yeah, it's an 80 card Omnath deck, basically. Yeah, it's like a greedier version of Money Pile. And for people that don't play Paper Magic or Modern, the best deck in Modern is literally called Money Pile because it's 95 cards with Yorion, and it costs over $2,000 to build in Paper. So if you think Magic Arena is expensive, it's really not. In fact, part of the reason why Magic Arena has been able to be successful is because people coming over from Paper Magic are just so used to being taken advantage of by Wizards of the Coast with ridiculous pricing models. Hey, Damvia, thank you for the brand new Prime. There's a ton of people you can send that to every month on Twitch. Thanks for sending it this way this month and keeping me around. If they have a way to shatter our Lotus here, we're gonna be sad. They're looking at it, chat. They're looking at it. Hopefully they're just reading it, because the card's not very popular. Okay, I mean, all things considered, them spending 6 to exile that, I think is pretty okay for us. YouTube, watcher, lurker for over a year, welcome. Thanks for coming over to a live one. Thanks for supporting a little bit with that Prime. Those subscriptions are the reason why I'm able to be here and do this as a job, so thanks for keeping me around.
Now you've done it.
Now the question's gonna be,
This is what
do
you get for
I
protecting my
scrutiny as divination? I have been buying extra energy tanks in Pokemon Unite to accelerate emblems. I'm probably gonna stop with that because I finally opened Scyther and Starmie. Yeah, Paragon's really good. And copying it lets them play a land from the bin, too. I think I need to draw 2 and just dig for a sweeper or something else to do here, right? I don't think I can let my mana go unused in this instance.
I'll be back.
If we find a depopulate, that's ideal. Yikes. I can't even kill Reflection here at this point, right? Because, I guess we'll start here. We get to loot. Because I'll just replay it. Yeah, opponent definitely messed up not copying Spirited Companion last turn. It would have still killed my Planeswalker and I would have drawn them a card. I guess copying the Paragon let them play a land from the bin, so it kind of drew them a card. That's fair. If they wanted the guaranteed land, that seems fine. Hey, Drunk Owl, thanks for the 35 months. Welcome back. Appreciate it. And Puddle Jumper, thanks for the 10. Good morning, good morning. Meow, poo. All right, well, we're killing the Spirited Companions. It's been a hot second. Yes, it can't sit and recast the same things constantly, at least.
Run away.
Not quite lethal, thanks to the Seat of the Empire here, but pretty close. Blitzen is lethal.
We've got the edge of this fight.
Okay, I feel like I definitely want 4 marches in my 75. Because Blitzen shoot us up and spat us out in that first game. Hey, Mavis. Thank you for the 2.5 years. Welcome back. Appreciate it. We could probably split March 2-2. Yeah, Updog. Updog is real good. We just like trim a Battle Hymn and a Fires, because there are other cheap removal spells. That seems fine. Yeah, the black mid-range decks are definitely the decks to beat, huh? It's possible that using my X spell to only draw 2 was wrong that game, and I should have drawn more with it. We ended up flailing around for a little while. That's tough, though. Like, if that 2 draws a steady amount of gas. This is more likely to kill things for cheaper down the line, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this. They do an excellent job with land arts in this game, that's for sure. Hey, Nickel! Thanks for hanging out for almost 2.5 years. Appreciate the 29 months. Welcome back. That's fine. We weren't flashing backlight at the night anyways. This is the way we 1 for 1, 1 for 1, 1 for 1. This is the way we 1 for 1. Do 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 do. We're notably missing second white currently. Kick it! Look at that, chat. We spend 4 mana to undo their 4 mana. Good clean living right there. Look at the little baby dragon, chat. It's so cute. Our deck's playing 27 lands for anybody that's wondering or wants to count at home. It's just to populate. I think I'm holding on to the Temporal Firestorm because this could be we play this later and save our things by kicking it. So long, friends. please play out 2 creatures this turn so I can Firestorm and 2-for-1 you again. Thinking front tip late is greedy there. I don't know. We're only taking 3 this turn, right? Famous last words. The opponent played green red aggro. Yeah, looks like it. Todd Turkey had posted a green red aggro list in the subs Discord that I wanted to take a peek at, I think. Let's get a 1-for-1 them here. We kicked an exploration yet. Yeah, we have 6 pieces of artifact mana that make mana of any color. Oh, by the way, chat, if you're someone who doesn't follow me on Twitter or hasn't seen the news from another place,
Want to be a good time mage? You have to put in the hours.
they showed us the first few. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna play this as a blocker for my Teferi. They showed us the first few cards for the upcoming Disney card game that's going to be releasing next year, where you can have characters like Elsa battle characters like Mickey Mouse. The actual design of the cards look kind of cool, and the artwork was great. The visuals of them look nice. Zap Brannigan, thank you for the 27 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I thought that was just a secret layer. We'll see. Disney has more money than God, so maybe they'll have a digital client too. That's a good one. God, the double kicker in her face is so atrocious. Is there a release window? Yeah, I think Q2 or Q3 next year, so it's gonna be a second. Three 4s with lifelink, good against aggro. Weird. Who'd have thunk it? Who could have possibly predicted, Chip? I think we trim the Devastators against most creature decks. I am also waiting on the Pokemon TCG client. It would be nice if that would finally release, but I also would rather they wait to release it than release a Magic Arena. I mean a disaster, so while I am anxious to get my hands on it, I'm also like, okay, if you need to like take time to get it right, take your time to get it right. Are we supposed to trim some of the Time Lotus angle in the aggro matchup? At least one of them's got to go, right? Bring in one more piece of spot removal. I got the card advantage here. Yeah, so there's a Pokemon TCG Live that's going to have a more modernized card acquisition system instead of the archaic and awkward one that the Pokemon TCGO has. Because and for anyone that's never played the existing Pokemon digital client, it's like worse than Magic Online in terms of getting the cards that you actually want to play with. I don't need that in the opener. Yeah, the fact that physical packs come with, every time you buy a physical pack of Pokemon cards, chat, you get a code card. Which is gas. If anybody's never seen them before. Listen, chat, I definitely don't have a bunch of Pokemon product. These cards are gorgeous, by the way. Definitely have a bunch of Pokemon products sitting here. Shout out to the Pokemon Company. They give you sweet little cards like this. And every time you buy a physical pack, you get digital packs, digital cards with it too. Shout out to whoever's going to take that picture and take that card for themselves. Good luck with the code, chat. That was a freebie. If anybody plays on the Pokemon client. Fresh out of a booster. I let the camera focus on it. I knew what I was doing, chat. I knew what I was doing. The boys and I play Pokemon on occasion, and the Pokemon Company sends me product, and we don't open it all at once when they give it to us because we slow drip give the Pokemon cards to the boys as like rewards for good behavior and stuff. That's what my wife does for me. That's great. All right, I think we're chilling. For the Patriot build around, sounds good, Thomas. Thanks for the biddies, I appreciate it.
Done it. Hat's coming off.
I think this exchange is fine for us. Because, like, I think we're just, like, playing this with Kicker next turn to start attacking and building our life total up. It seems like their hand is just, like, a bunch of removal here, right? It's been a while since I've cracked a pack, chat. Usually the boys do it. That new card smell is, it's something. Don't judge me. I can feel you judging me. Well, there was a foil Hoopa. There were 2 foils in this pack, chat. There was a Hoopa unbound in here, too. Jeff, we're here to help. Pokemon packs usually have a foil and a reverse foil. Oh, neat. So 2 is typical. They're so good at cosmetics. They keep leaving up 1 mana. Why? They have a protection spell? Oh, I think that's what the hoop is. The text box is foil, not the art. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. The artwork's not foil, but the text box is. Neat. Today I learned. Is it still crazy expensive or difficult to get your hands on Pokemon cards, or are they pretty much back in stock at retail at big box stores these days? For a little while during the pandemic, you couldn't get your hands on them. They're back in stock. Good. It sucks when something like that is tough to get, especially when, like, you know, parents want to get them for kids. They still do a thing where some cards can peel to reveal a Ditto. Yeah, I actually have a couple of unopened. That was a promo as part of the Pokemon Go expansion they released. I actually have some of those cards. Two foils can't be true. Magic has taught me if you want to put 2 foils in a booster, they need to cost $20 a pack. Yeah, not having utility lands and control in mid-range decks sucks shit. I was really surprised they didn't give us utility lands in the set release. Hey, game 3 on the play. Not that on the play is a huge difference for our control deck. I don't think we're gonna get creature lands in the next set. I'm pretty sure they're giving us the next 4 paint lands. Yeah, maybe we get, you know, as a throwback, we could get like, maybe we'll get Mishra's Factory. Could you imagine that one being in Standard? It's not that much better than Mutavault. I could see that one. They could also just, like, give us Mutavault. But Factory would be on theme, right, for the Brothers' War? They did that with the Pathways too, Sassy, and I actually like that they're splitting them 4 and 6. In fact, I'd prefer they split them 10 and 0, but I'll take whatever they could give, whatever they're willing to give us. I think it's stupid that they break up the land cycles to begin with because it artificially makes mana bad for certain color pairings, but whatever. Just give us more sooner. Oh! Yeah, we could realistically see Fairy Conclave and Friends, right? Because those are uncommons, they're not dual lands. Yeah, the cycle of mono-colored uncommon creature lands would be guess. Thought not. Things trying it out for over 5 years. Welcome back. Yeah, Treetop Village, Fairy Conclave, and then the other unplayable ones in that cycle. Gitu Encampment's probably standard playable. Nantuko Sanctuary. Do you need Nantuko Monastery? I've played a lot of Nantuko Monastery, chat. I think we're tripping a Silver Scrutiny here, right? What we really need is Graveyard Order Matters cards to come back. LOL. We just vibe here. This is gonna allow them to get their X4s out of Battle Hymn range, which is unfortunate. Hopefully they play a 3-drop here so we can march it. This Twitch stream is pre-recorded in front of a live audience. Shout out to everybody that is here watching it when we record. Alright, untapped land next turn, please. Edge. Good God, man. For fuck's sake, Magic the Gathering. For what it's worth, chat, we are currently 50% to draw a land. Our deck is half lands at the moment. The top half or the bottom half? Asking the real question. Oh, chat, you have to laugh because the alternative is crying. See, chat, this is why Magic's better as a paper game, because in paper, I can mana weave my deck, and then I never have clumps like this. Games like this, chat, games like this make me realize how stupid I was in my youth. Can you believe I used to spend thousands of dollars and fly across the country to have this happen to me? Now, it just happens to me in the comfort of my basement. But I used to spend lots of money and spend lots of time for the privilege of this happening. It's definitely not gambling. You're undervaluing the experience of $15 convention center chicken strips. Yeah, I might be. Our deck is 55% lands at this point, Chip. That's true. 55% does not consider the 3 non-lands I've bottomed. Wow! They besiege'd the land because I didn't target anything else, so I don't gain 2 life now. What an interaction, chat. We should have... Wow! And then we die Exaxes! Super punished. Super punished. Just, what an absolutely brutal end to a fucking shitty game of Magic. Just the smallest of mistakes to end up getting killed after having the most rancid of variants. That was well played by the opponent. Like, obviously we're super unlucky, and we didn't have any lands to cast or spells, but like, they played well with what they had. Games like that are why I can't stream this game for 8 hours a day anymore. 8 hours a day of that makes me go fucking insane. Just can't do it. Two or three decks, and that's it. Oh, fully expect to flood and die this game. 100% about to flood and die. If they had magic in Star Wars, there would be a lot more Sith. Board games. The only new board game I've touched in recent memory was the Marvel iteration of Dice Throne. Was released and we played a bit of.
Violence is necessary to set things right. You can deal with my servant. I'm busy.
This feels like a draw 3 angle. Feels like a draw 3 angle. Well, so part of the problem with drawing to Firestorm is I'm currently missing double red.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
So we need that plus. Hey, chat. Looks like we drew it up. Magic's a tough game. See, chat, our deck's making up for the last game. It's like, calm down, Hogland. You'll get some good beats, too.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come. You won't be outsmarting me.
Okay, so I can Teferi and undiddle a land.
Someone call for a hero?
And then we can kick this and kill her, gain 4.
Oh, that's my cue to leave.
His Arena and Standard felt playable today. If you like playing against black mid-range, most of the format is definitely black mid-range decks.
Families call me their adversary. You work for me now, Runt. By coin or carnage. Tribute is owed.
Oh, they get to Rite of Oblivion Teferi here, right? Wait, what? Sacrifice an on-land permanent. Oh, they sacked their Obnixilus. Sure. These are a few of my favorite things.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
Fun fact, chat, that line, "your punishment is my entertainment," was recorded or gotten the idea from a average Magic player watching someone stream Magic. I think we just battle him this, right? Discard, I'd rather die. Discard's like an inverse draw, chat. Why would I want to not draw? Blitzen always has our number, chat. He's coming for us. Am I supposed to play this as a gain 4 as a blocker? I almost feel like I am. It's close though with the Lotus in play. Is Fable the new Bone Crusher Giant? Yeah, definitely. And Fable's more omnipresent than Bone Crusher Giant in non-rotating formats as well. It sees a ton of play in Pioneer and Modern. Does anybody know, does it see Legacy play as well? I don't check in on Legacy lists very often. They're trying to math out if they have lethal here.
Getting heated, and I'm here to make eyes open. Stay alert.
Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Archangel of Wrath has been better than I expected it to be. It's definitely feels like it's punched above its weight class.
snuff me out.
Here there be dragons. This game was starting to drag on, chat, so let's get rid of it. Alright, so I know we just KO'd them with the dragon there, but I think dragon's actually not good in this matchup. Yeah, like the one we played where it's just like jump blocks, probably the average case scenario. Do I want the extra depopulate? Force Reapers is probably plenty, right? I want some to clean out their things, but probably not too many. Trim the joint exploration. Oh! You know what? I messed this up last time too. I didn't bring in Flame Blessed Bolt. That's Magma Spray. We added extra marches for dealing with Blitzen, and well, I guess it's tough, right? Because they keep having what's it called on the table. That means Flame Blessed Bolt doesn't kill Blitzen, right? Yeah, wedding announcement. Like, in my brain, I was like, oh, 2 damage doesn't really do a lot, right? But it's because wedding invitation keeps hanging out. How do we feel about exiling Unlucky Witness? We actually battle him this because this has more flexibility to be a 2-mana removal spell. Yeah, I think that's the line. Not gaining life here, obviously, but this is more resource efficient, and Life Tonight's a little bit more flexible. Fable sees significant play in Legacy, especially the tier 1 deck centered around Blood Moon. Oh yeah, Red Stompy's still a Legacy deck. That makes a ton of sense. This card's absurd in Red Stompy.
Some have said there is no substitute destruction. You're no match for my students.
Dex and Legacy played on turn 1. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I think I'm chilling and just making more 1/1s here.
Play with fire, get burned. Taught them everything they know.
It could be dead next turn if they blitz again, yeah. They can updog and copy with Fable? No, that's not true. I have 2 blockers, right? How's Jaya felt? Okay. To be honest, all the Planeswalkers have felt a little middling. A voltage, whatever. Oh, that's pretty good. Time walked for trouble.
I improvise better than most people plan.
So Planeswalker. And then gonna get rewarded here for saving this as the more flexible card.
I've learned much.
Well,
during my
actually,
travels. Let me show
I think we just make a 2/2 and then we light up the night, the reflection, right?
Let your blade do the talking.
Then we chill on blockers. Happy to trade off here, obviously. Not me. This feels like a really good exchange for us. That is also going to be a really good exchange for us.
Keep watch for him. Go on. Impress me.
I'll hold on to the land in my hand here. So that way, if they play a Liliana and plus it, we discard that. Although obviously Liliana's not that big of a deal on this board. What other good 4s and 5s would you want to play with? Ren and Storm the Festival is probably the question.
Out there and blaze.
Quite Sphinx's revelation, chap, but when you don't need the life cannons close. It's garbage time. You don't have to go home, but you can't play here. Do 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 do. Wasn't light up for 5 lethal there. Read light up the night. The flashback, it doesn't do what you think it does. Unless I'm wrong, can you pull multiple loyalty off different counters? Oh, it is for multiple planeswalkers, sure. Whatever. Why is it a wrong way to eat that, Reese's? Listen, chat, I've never read a Magic card in my life, and I'm not about to start now, okay? You can't make me. Eating. That sounds like some nerd stuff, and I'll have none of that here. Thank you very much. What are they? I didn't realize they changed the MVP system, Slim. Did they add a creep score or something, maybe? I was elected to lead, not to read. Oh, man. Are we doing the thing? Well, we're currently we're kind of all dressed up with nowhere to go, huh? Like, I get to do a bunch of stuff this turn.
Slowing things down is just as delightful as speeding things up. And
Hey, what's going on, Thorax? Thank you for the 11 months. Welcome back.
Things are getting heated, and I'm here to make it blazing. Eyes open. Stay alert.
This is definitely a kick it angle. It's just, am I killing this or this or this? I think it's Evolved Sweeper. I want the least pressure on my Planeswalkers next turn. It's on tap for Historic today. I have a donation to try Blue-Red Phoenix, because that deck just like fell off the map.
blood for knowledge. A fair trade.
Shift tonight? Nah, making their graveyard trespasser bigger does not sound great. Oh, they drew Invoke. Gross. I'm cycling the land, and then we're drawing infinite cards with Scrutiny next turn.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, the Phoenix deck just like completely disappeared with the nerfs, so I'm curious to see how it feels. So I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. I think I want to be able to cast my... deal 5 to everything card here, so I think we only do X's 4. Oh, the way I tapped, I have to take a damage to cast this now. Small mistake. I should be one higher here. I didn't realize. I keep mixing up our triumphs at a glance. Two of them make white and 2 of them don't.
A fight? And you think you can win? Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
It could have even been right to kill their 2-3 here to predict my life total, honestly. Okay, so this is 6, 12 mana, but I also have a land drop. It's something I didn't consider last time. So this is 5, 6, 7. Do I do 8? And do X as 6 this time? I think so. Just like, actually 0 of our sweepers in the top half of our deck. We're dead, right? Dead. Another Angel, or a Depopulate, or a Firestorm. It was not coming. But I want the 5th sweeper. I know we were unlucky and didn't draw it there, but I don't know that's necessarily great. The Devastators come out against these black decks. I'm trimming Jaya when I bring in Emperor. We had such a decent start that game, too. I don't need all the marches if we're bringing in Flame Blast Bolts. Is there they don't have wedding announcement to save their thing? You'd rather have a negate? No. Counterspells are atrocious in matchups like this. Did you see how much we were tapping out in that last game and looking for other things to tap out with? Counterspells are really bad into black mid-range decks in general because the game states almost always come down to this place where you need to play to the board. Sure, there's going to be spots where you catch a key spell and it feels kind of good, but there's also going to be a ton of spots where you're like drawing for things to try and sweep the board, and you're going to end up with just like this counter spell that doesn't do anything in your hand. Confident this is not a counter spell method. Like they're literally a 1-drop, 2-drop aggro deck. This might be cycling, huh? Should the Phoenix be more of the Angel? That's an interesting thought. I can see that being an okay choice. The Angel's definitely overperformed, and I'm struggling to find a place where I want the Phoenix offhand. Like most of the grindy decks in this format are the black deck. And the Phoenix is notably very bad into this idiot right here. Ow! Please stop. Oh, I forgot to tap this.
You want to be a great time mage? You have to put in the hours. Second here,
It's fine. We can float mana. Spoke Despair is such an aptly named card. I actually don't have a getting started video for Unite, and I have one. I have an outline for one drawn up, and I'm planning to put it out this weekend. Need to sit down and record it. If we don't get invoked again and Teferi gets to hang out, we get to gain some life with him every turn, which is nice. We're once again 20 cards into my deck without a sweeper. We're definitely cycling the Raffine's Tower here. I don't want to burn this just yet. Ideally, we're going to find a sweeper here.
Eternal question. Win the quick way or the fun way?
There's a few resources for that on the internet already, Braveheart. You do some Googling. This is target player. Alright, chat. This deck was neat. And I know, so one of the things that you have to be willing to recognize is that it felt like we got really unlucky in a lot of those games. But if you're just constantly getting unlucky, it probably just means your deck's not very good. There were like some neat things going on in here. Yeah, it felt like we were just constantly behind. The like Silver Scrutiny was neat. Notably, these Planeswalkers just felt really clunky and awkward. The non-Planeswalker part of this deck felt pretty reasonable. I feel like a Jeskai or like 4-color control with Archangel being splashed off of Cletus and this was probably the most impressive card of the set, I think. Yeah, maybe instead of these Planeswalkers and like the Shivan Devastators, you just like play other reasonable card selection interactive bits to help keep you alive is probably the case. Yeah, playing some Fable of the Mirror Breakers, probably correct. I'd like more Angels. Fable's another card that lets you splash Angel as well, so that's probably the direction I'll go. I would cut the cute artifact stuff and probably just play this as a more fair card. I might even go up on one of these, like this is fine for the splash, but like 3 of these felt like some nonsense for sure. All right, chat.